Hi, Leslie.
Hi, Dave.
Can you tell us your full name and where you come from?
Sure. It's Lesley Hale. I'm from the Ministry of Natural Resources in the Science and Information Branch.
And Leslie, what do you work on at the MNR?
At the MNR, I'm considered the bat girl, basically. I do everything bats. So in relationship to wind turbines and also white nose syndrome. So I monitor hibernacula, for example, for white nose, and also we coordinate some research projects with PhD students and things like that. So all sorts of things going on across the province. Oh, it's a great initiative because I think it's a good opportunity to get people involved and to participate and get different experts together, share information, which is always something that's really important. So this is a perfect opportunity for that to happen. And it's great that you can have it right in the GTA where, surprisingly enough, you have all this great biodiversity. So I think it's great.
And I've been working through Maria Frank and Judith down at the ROM on this this bat team, and I've heard great things about it. And you all emerged today out of the blue. Did you all know each other beforehand, or how did the group come together?
Well, I know some of them, like Judith, for example, from Brock Fenton, who kind of brings, I guess, the whole bat world together at various opportunities. But there's a lot of new ones that I haven't met as well. So again, great opportunity to meet other bat people and that are keen to do the same thing in the same area. So in Ontario we have 8, and the Rouge Park is within range of all 8. So the pipistrelle, or tricolored bat, has 2 different names. This is probably its more northern range. It gets up as far as, we have found them in Renfrew area, but that's pretty much as far north as you get. But it's very rare. So, and then the small-footed bat is also very rare. So we are within their range. Whether or not they are actually within this park is another question. But the other 6, I would be quite confident that they would be here.
Okay. I just want to spend the last little bit of this talking about this emerging disease, this white nose syndrome. Can you tell us a bit about it?
So, well, it started in Albany, New York in 2007. That's when they first they first saw the fungus in 2006. It's a fungus called Geomyces destructans. But in 2007, that's when the first mortalities occurred. And so in just 5 years, they estimated that about 7 million bats have died. And it's spreading very quickly. It's spreading south down as far as, I believe, Virginia and Pennsylvania. And it's going all the way west to Oklahoma. And Ohio and Wisconsin just confirmed. And then in Canada, we have it confirmed in Ontario first in 2010, and Quebec as well in 2010. And then last year in 2011, it was New Brunswick and Nova Scotia. So in the areas that have been infected for the past 2 years, we are seeing mortality levels of 90%. So in New York, they're seeing up to 100% mortality at some of the sites.
Where did it come from? Why is it here, and are humans responsible for it?
Unfortunately, yes, we are responsible. It came from Europe. We can't be 100% sure, but we're pretty confident the spores came over on the shoes or equipment of cavers. So people who were caving in Europe then went caving in New York and introduced this new fungus to the system, the cave system in New York. So, and then from there, mostly the spread is bat to bat. So bats actually migrate large distances even though they hibernate, so they can migrate about 600 kilometers between their summer and winter roosts. So they right now are spreading it faster, but for us, we can definitely spread it very large distances if we go into infected sites and then move to uninfected areas.
So for this 24 hours, which I think we're about 7 hours into it right now, over this 24 hours, are you expecting to A, find bats physically, and B, do you expect to find bats with white nose syndrome?
Yes, we expect to find bats. We already know of a couple sites that bats roost in for summer. No, we don't expect to see white nose syndrome now, because once they leave their winter hibernation sites in caves and mines, the fungus, the canidia, actually die, and so you will never see what they call the white nose actually on bats once they leave those sites. So the public would never see a bat with the fungus. However, that doesn't mean they weren't infected this year. It means they were able to survive that winter. Maybe they were infected late enough in the season that they were able to survive that winter. And then they go to their summer roosts as they usually do. We don't know for sure, but we think they shed most of the fungus during the summer. We don't think the females transfer it to the young, but we're not 100% sure on that either. Still lots to learn about it. But no, we would not see the fungus this time of year.
Okay. So on a more positive note, we're having something fun tonight. The sun is setting behind you. The bat team is coming back to the center here. What's the plan for tonight?
Oh, all action stations. So we've got bat detectors that during the day we place them out in different places in the park. Those are just automated bat detectors. They have programmed to start at 9 o'clock this evening, and they will record bat echolocation calls until about 7 o'clock tomorrow morning. We'll go pick them up tomorrow. We will download the wave files from the machine into our computers, and then we can show people what the bat calls look like, and then we can determine what species we were able to pick up from the bat detectors. We also will be doing live recordings with two different kinds. One has a computer, so if a bat flies by, you can actually see the bat calls on the computer. And then we also have handheld devices where it has a microphone. You can actually hear the bats using echolocation. So it's a bit more of a live, recording of bats, so people can hear them, which you, of course, usually don't. We will also be going to 2 roost sites. So as I said, there's 2 known summer colony of bats. We don't know what species yet. We'll find out tonight, and we'll do exit counts. So basically we'll put people at particular points, and they will count every single bat that comes out. And this is really valuable information for us because every year with white nose syndrome, the population is declining. So we really want to focus on the female survivors, and we want to know whether or not they are having pups. So if we do counts at this time of year and then in July, we'll be able to determine whether or not they're having babies. So that's what we'll be doing tonight.
Young bats are called pups?
Yes.
Very cute.
And they are very cute.